All right, what's up, guys? So, Sergeant Pepper Spray. That's a that is an odd name. That's one of those names where it's like if you're a criminal and you hear that name, it's probably best to, like, hey, just give up whatever it is that you're trying to do. Don't resist. Don't cause no problems. Just allow this cop to arrest you and yeah, go on about each other's business. You shouldn't have been doing no crimes, but yeah, if you get Sergeant Pepper Spray looking for you, you most likely gonna get pepper sprayed. But anyways, they have uploaded a video titled "Fourth Grade Teacher Arrested in Predator Sting." Yeah, it wasn't a teacher at my school. It was actually the principal. He was harassing the teachers. I think like I don't think it had anything to do with the students, but it probably if he would have worked there a little bit longer, it eventually would have led down to the students. But no, yeah, I just remember it got so bad, like, bro, it made it to the on the news. Like that's how bad it was. I think I remember looking him up some years ago just to see, like, I guess like, just being curious, being nosy and all that stuff. Fam, I think it was another school before he got hired on at our school where he got fired for the same exact stuff, harassing the teachers. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that. Like it was crazy. It was really crazy. I don't remember that teacher's name by heart. I think I had to go through a yearbook and look his name up. But yeah, no, it was just funny because I remember there was a time where I had got into a fight at school. And then I ended up getting sent to the principal's office, which is his office. And bro, like he was yelling, like he was going off about how I like, oh, I could, because I was a troubled kid growing up. So, but I did go to the office quite a few times. But I'm trying to think like which is worse, because the way that he was yelling, it's like, bro, you would have thought like I like you like the school was like underneath some sort of backlash because of me. And I'm like, fam, I'm literally being a child. Like, yes, I'm getting into fights. That's something that a kid shouldn't be doing. But at the same time, it's like when you're comparing that to a principal where it's like you have one of the highest statuses inside of a school district and stuff, a kid fighting or a teacher harassing or a principal harassing the teachers. What do you think? I think the thing is this: they don't be questioning me. It ain't like it's like, oh, if it gets brought up, like if I were to go out and get a job, like, yeah, let's say if I were to go out and get a job, they gonna be like, oh, were you in any school fights and stuff? I'm like, oh yeah, in elementary. Oh, sorry, we're not hiring fighters and things. I'm like, fam, that was like when I was like, I'm trying to think. The last school fight I think I got in, I was like 9. I'm like, fam, I was like writing letters to say, like, you gonna like really hold that over me and stuff. Like, we're talking about the same person. I was writing the whole letters to Santa Claus and stuff. Like, and you gonna hold that over my head. But yeah, but him on the other hand, the principal, it's like, yeah, bro, you can't do things like that. So but anyways, yeah, I think that's why I looked his name up just to see if he was working at any other schools, because I'm like, yeah, letting them teachers know. I'm like, hey, be careful, be cautious. But anyways, yeah, I ain't gonna name drop the school, but I'm like, yeah, there's a principal that was a principal in like the West Seattle like school district and things. From like, yeah, like probably about like 20, probably, I think, because I'm trying to think, like a little over 20 years ago, maybe. I'm like, yeah, if you got a principal that matches that description, it's probably best you might want to question him a little bit. But no, let's go ahead and get into this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Sergeant Pepper Spray. And with that being
In
said,
August 2025, Detective Drew Sinclair went undercover posing as a 13-year-old girl named Claire. After posting a fake ad online, Detective Sinclair began texting with a person who answered the ad, a 42-year-old man named Ross.
wow, actual police evidence. Oh, so that's crazy. Wow. That's insane, bro.
Detective
Wow.
Sinclair then sent Ross a fake photo of Claire. This is how Ross responded.
Huh. Wow. Wow. I'm a professional and have my personal life on it. That's crazy.
Ross texted Claire a receipt showing he booked a room at the Comfort Inn Hotel. He
That's
then negotiated with Claire to
insane.
pay her $700 for the night, along with paying for Plan B birth control.
And you know what's crazy is that like to him, like that's normal. Like that's the part that always be tripping me out about stuff like this is that they think it's normal to do that, knowing that if he had a kid that he would have been a concerned parent, upset and all. Dang, that was just last month. That's insane, bro. But yeah, bro, he this guy, I'm like, yeah, he's one of those teachers where it's like, yeah, and that's a just to me, I just find that insane where it's like, you think that your kid is safe, but it's like, and I'm not saying all teachers are like that, but yeah, it's like your fourth grade kid being in that class, or just even a kid going to that school and stuff, walking amongst a teacher like that. Yeah, bro, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I had to pose as a janitor just to make sure that my kid is safe. Yeah, give me the fake mustache, jumpsuit, hat, and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, let me just make sure my kid is okay and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's stuff like that. If I remotely see a teacher getting a little bit too friendly, it's like, yeah, you gotta go to prison before the teacher does, So yeah, that's what my goal is. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hurt somebody, So yeah, that's just crazy though. I'm like, yeah, it's just one of those things where I just think that you being that parent where it's like your kid is in that class, yeah, it's but the teacher did get arrested, so it's like you don't have to worry, but still it's just there's like that after concern and stuff where I'm like, yeah, I still would be worried even if that teacher did get arrested. But anyways.
Detectives traveled to Lake Roosevelt Elementary School, where Ross was doing administrative work during a school holiday.
Hi there. Are you Mr. Ashenfelter?
Hi.
Are you Mr. Ashenfelter?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I'm Detective Hoffman's Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, hi.
Right now I want to tell you you're under arrest, so do me a favor, stand up, put your hands behind your back for me.
Excuse me?
Right now you're under arrest.
Okay.
Here, this is Detective Sinclair right in front of you.
Yeah.
He'll explain kind of what's going on.
Okay.
And
Sure.
he's thinking like,
I
oh,
have reason to believe that you
nothing happened, nothing's going on. Yeah, because it's like if you didn't do anything, then yeah, anybody will be confused. But it's like I think he's trying his hardest to play that confused act, but he knows that he's going to. Yeah, it's like in the up and coming months or however long that it takes to do that type of stuff, you are gonna have to register as an offender. I'm like, yeah, you're somebody that's not trustworthy in neighborhoods, and then the fact that you want to work in a school. Yeah, it's like my thing is this before this moment, how many kids I guess like that were actually kids where they fell victim to this teacher? And I guarantee and I promise you, there probably is gonna be some kids where it's like, yeah, they might not be into the internet right now, and so who knows, maybe I don't know, like I still like when I think of a 9-year-old, I think of me where I'm like, my electronics was at home, like I had a PlayStation 2, like yeah, and you might have some 9-year-olds that got, if there's a 9-year-old with an iPhone, I'm like, bruh, I find that insane. But I mean, I guess like be safe and all that stuff. But no, yeah, if it's like if them kids get curious and they look this teacher up to see what's going on, and they're gonna be like, oh wait a minute, like he's my teacher, or he used to be my teacher or something. So yeah, there's gonna probably be some other incidents where kids is going either right now or later on where they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I dealt with this guy as a teacher before and he was weird. So
communication, inappropriate communication
Okay.
with a 13-year-old child that lives in there.
Okay.
At this point, Detective Sinclair doesn't yet want to let Ross know it was him posing as Claire. So he uses a ruse pretending that Claire was real.
Apparently you told her at some point last week that you were going to come meet up with her,
Yeah.
and she, and then you didn't. So she told her mom that she'd been talking to a teacher. We did some investigation and found out that that teacher was you.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
Okay.
Okay?
Any weapons or anything on you, sir?
No.
No.
I would like to talk to you a little bit about what's been going on.
I think he's
see that you're-
processing it. He knows that his life is ruined. You know, it's like he can't come back from no stuff like that. And it's like, well, fam, yeah, you know, you brought it on yourself. So you can't blame nobody besides yourself in this situation.
Mentality was why you did or didn't show up in Ellensburg. I'm relieved that you did not.
No.
But I would still like to talk to you about that because it is something that she said was an ongoing conversation for quite some time.
Mhm.
And we have all of those text communications between you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So right now I want to make sure you know that we are recording.
Okay.
Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law.
Okay.
You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer, have him present with you while you're being questioned. You can afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise his rights, not answer questions or make any statements. Do you understand the rights I read to you?
Yes, I do. No statements.
No statements? Okay.
Yeah.
Assuming this is going to be important, we're going to want to take this with you.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes. Okay. What's the process here?
So like Detective Sinclair said, he'd like to speak with you, but of course you have the right to not speak to anybody if you don't want to.
And he's decided not to.
He doesn't want to make these statements right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So what we'll do is
Yeah, and my thing is this: an innocent person, like let's just say if that's me in that situation, and I'm confused as everybody else. Yeah, I'm like, nah, it's like it's statements, all that stuff. I'm like, you know, and I guess there probably is some criminals where it's all like, oh, okay, you know, I know that if I say no, then they're gonna be like, oh, well, he obviously did the crime, so they're gonna try to drag it out as long. But I'm saying for myself, where I know I didn't do no crimes, I know I ain't, you know, I actually didn't do nothing wrong and stuff. I wasn't, but I just find stuff like that so weird, where it's like, you know, and the thing is, it's like you say it all the time in situations like this, where it's like, why are you not talking to somebody your own age? And it's like, then the fact that you're all like, oh, I'm a professional and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm like, fam, I ain't even got kids, but it's like, it's upsetting. It's unsettling, you know, to hear somebody talk like that. And it's like, luckily it was, you know, to another adult and it wasn't towards no child. Cause it's like people don't be thinking along those lines where it's like you're giving like it's not something that you just hand to them, but it's a build up where it's like you are giving that kid a form of trauma where it's like that's gonna be the type of stuff where it's like years to come, they gonna be your age and still thinking about crap like that. So, and then it's like they gonna have it where they don't really trust people and things. So, yeah, I just think that people like him, I'm like, nah, bruh, you deserve to have your life ruined. It's like, nah, it's like it's because the thing is this, you're willing to put somebody. It's one thing, I guess, like if you don't know and then you show up and then see, and it's like, but it's like the thing is this, you got two routes to go down. You got the right route and the wrong route. If you're the right route, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, you too young. No, I ain't fooling around with you and stuff, and then you leave. But if you're all like, oh, well, it's a nah, bro, yeah, you deserve to have your, and that's the thing where it's like he went, it's like he did have two routes where it's like he had the choice on not to respond or to respond. He chose to respond, and I'm like, yeah, that's why you're in the situation that you're in right now. So
these guys will transport you back to Ellensburg, and you're going to get booked into the Kittitas County Jail for communication with a minor for immoral purposes.
Is there a simpler way to do this?
Like how?
Instead of booking and
Well, it's a Class C felony, and we take communications and the potential. Like you took some pretty good steps towards wanting to have with a child. So that's a big deal to us.
Okay.
It should be a big deal to you.
yes, yes.
So
he probably, you know, and that's the thing where it's like some people, I guess, that don't want kids or don't have kids. It just seems like that they don't really, I'm not going to say it's like that for everybody, but people like him where they just careless about a kid's life. Like they don't care, you know, it's like they figured, oh, I had a rough upbringing. And that's why they try to blame stuff like that. Like, oh, I had a rough upbringing. People took advantage of me. So it's like, so it gives you the right. I guess with me, it's like if I were in a situation like that, I would rather tell the story than to have it where somebody else is telling their story. And then it's like, I'm the villain in that story and stuff. No, yeah, it's like I don't want that. I don't want it to go down like. And I guess like you know, for me, it's like I do plan to have kids one day, but yeah, it's like I know I wouldn't want that to happen to me. I know I wouldn't want that to happen to my kids or any other kids, you know, in that like it just any kid whatsoever and stuff. So yeah, it's like people like him, it's like I just think that they need to take that into consideration. It's like, what would you do if that was your kid? Even if you don't even want to have kids, it's like still that's something that you should think about. But anyways,
I'm failing to understand how you would like to simplify things.
It did not happen. So
You didn't communicate with a child?
I never met with her and I never intended to.
No,
it's like, but you still talked with her.
I don't want to ask you any questions because you've said that you don't want to provide a statement right now.
Yeah.
I would like to know more of what your version of events and your side of the story is, but until you decide that you kind of want to waive your Miranda rights and have that conversation, I really can't ask you any questions, okay?
Okay, so I have to go to Eldenburg?
Yes.
How long is this process?
You'll go to court tomorrow, and then bail will be set.
Am I going to prison?
That's out of my wheelhouse. That's not anything.
I mean, jail? Do I need to stay the night or jail?
Yeah, you'll have to see a judge before. You'll have to go to an arraignment or probable cause hearing.
Yeah, I feel like that if they had been like, oh no, it's like you get to. So no, honestly, I think just that I don't know if that will be allowed to do that. I guess to see if he would run, but I just know that that's what his intentions are, is that he'll try to run or go into hiding or something like that. So
for the judge,
that's why he's asking them questions.
And then he'll set a bail amount and basically, if you do bail out, some criteria that you have to follow, and one of them is probably going to be that you don't have any contact with children.
Okay.
So you probably won't be allowed back to the school for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
At least until your case is adjudicated.
Is there any way, or I'm not going to run and I'll show up, is there any way to not need to go all the way to Ellensburg?
No,
it's like the thing is this: if you don't want to, that's the type of stuff. It ain't even something that you think about where it's like, oh, okay, like if I commit this crime, I'll know this will happen, so I shouldn't do this. It's just kind of like, I don't know, like it's a weird way of putting it. I know people probably would get on me for that, but it's like, you know how like Spider-Man got his spidey senses where it's like he detects something before, but it's just kind of like a natural thing that it's like, okay, you know that by default. It's not oh, well, it's like once when the crime happens and all that, and it's like, I'm going to try to backpedal. There ain't the thing is this, I guess like with the type of bike that I had, you could pedal forward, go as fast as you want to go and stuff. I think because it was like, I don't know if all of those like BMX type bikes, if they did that, where it's like you try to backpedal and it just didn't do nothing. That's pretty much this situation. You pedaled forward, you going forward. There ain't no such thing as like, okay, yeah, maybe you could possibly stop, but if not that, it's like, yeah, you try like pedaling backwards and stuff. It's like, nah, bro, you going forward with this. So there ain't no, okay, do I have to go to jail? Do I have to? No, yeah, you are going to jail. You are gonna have to deal with all this stuff. So.
Okay.
Like I said, I've read all of
that. You can't blame nobody besides yourself in this situation.
Between you and this child, and it's highly inappropriate for any adult to have with a child, let alone a fourth grade teacher.
Okay.
Do you have any more questions for me?
Is it necessary to handcuff me? I'm not going anywhere.
Right
it's
now,
like,
when we
bro,
get to the
you're a
car,
criminal.
We'll move him to the front because it is a long drive and they do kind of suck behind your back. But our policy requires us to have people in our car in handcuffs.
But they will be moved to the front of your body.
Yeah, but we'll move him to the front so you're not sitting on him the whole time. Okay, let's head down to the car.
The search warrant does include your car. We're gonna search.
Well, my students will not be ready for tomorrow.
Okay. The chief's gonna contact the superintendent and let them know.
It's like, yeah, they're gonna be like, yep, let's go ahead, type up them termination papers, because you definitely ain't going back to that school, even if it was on some stuff where it's like, I don't know, but I guess like maybe because I feel like even if you are innocent, when they hear a crime like that, the first thing that person is just going to think is that, oh no, he's guilty by default. We got to fire him, get rid of him, all that other stuff. So yeah, if you can prove your innocence in court, then maybe, possibly. But in his case, it's like, nah, bruh, you can't prove your innocence. You're going. It's like I say, you are going to have to register as an offender. So
yeah, it's in there. We're going to serve a warrant on it.
How far away are your medications?
Right there, because she's our union rep. I'm going to Ellensburg to be booked.
Okay.
You probably want union rep for service.
Okay.
little shock right now. So I'm going to contact my brother.
And what do you want me to?
I've been booked.
Yeah, he don't want to talk on the crime.
Inappropriate communications, but I have done nothing. So
It's like, nah, say the age. He's just saying inappropriate communications and stuff. And it's like, well, I guess like, yeah, they'll probably be thinking like, oh, it's somebody at the school, not realizing it was unless they watch this video. But yeah, it was a full grown man. And it was a cop that was there. So
Typically pretty quick though.
okay, can I stay overnight or get released?
You'll stay overnight.
Okay. Yeah, online communication is want to avoid it. Yeah,
like, yeah, you
Okay.
didn't.
not good at all. Look for that way to see less people potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that.
No, I don't know. I guess with me, that's probably why I'm not no cop, because it's like it never was a passion for me to become a cop. Because if he had said, I've been walking down there just thinking like, oh, whatever and stuff. But as soon as he had said like, oh, can we walk and not, I guess to avoid kids and other teachers, I'm like, nope, this is the fastest way. We're going this way and stuff. So I'm like, I probably had been talking loud, making sure people heard and things. Yeah, that's why I'm not, because I'm an unprofessional professional, I would have to say. So that's why I'm like, I'll be professional about my job. Like, he ain't gonna have to worry about me hurting him or anything. But yeah, there's gonna be that unprofessionalism where I ain't like, yeah, we're gonna walk down the hallway, we're gonna talk about this loudly and all this stuff. There ain't no to save face and all that. And be like, either way, it's like they are gonna find out and things. One teacher, that whoever that teacher was or person that worked at that school, they gonna most likely tell everybody. So, and I just know, I remember at my school when something had happened, whether it was a teacher, student, they gave out a letter to everybody: the students, the teachers, the lunchroom lady, the janitor, the who else, the security guards and stuff. So yeah, bro, it's like everybody's gonna find out. So
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry. I've just I have a personal request. If so, okay, please. I'm really sweaty. Is it possible
I
to
can
take off my sweater? Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys are very professional, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just sweating, and thank you. I was just sweating a bunch. I was like, should I ask or not?
No problem.
Thank you. I just sweating a bunch. Like, should I ask
I
or
know you're
not?
right in the sun. You want me to close this back up and
Thank you.
try to get the AC going?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Ross was charged with communication with a minor for immoral purposes. He was held on bail but was released after posting the $100,000 bail. He pleaded not guilty to the felony charge in Kittitas County Superior Court, and his trial is set to begin January 14, 2026.
Oh, no, next year.
The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office urges anyone with information related to the case to contact them.
oh yeah. Yeah, there's gonna probably end up being like more victims and people talking about him and stuff and being like, oh yeah, it's like he was my kid, my kid was saying all these different things about him and stuff, how he would do this and do that. So, oh yeah, there's definitely gonna be, if not just that alone, it's like, okay, you thought it was a minor that you was talking to, and it's like you're trying to, I guess, save face and make it seem like, oh well, it was a cop and I didn't know and all this other. It's like, yeah, but you're a 38. The thing is this: he's older than me. He's almost 10 years older than me. Yet I have heard so many cases and stories and situations from when I was a kid. So it's like that stuff it was embedded in my head at a young age, where it's like morally, that's, and generally, whatever way you want to put it, it's wrong. Like, you should not be. The thing is this: what people need to understand, that day you turn 18, yeah, you can have like it where it's friends of yours that you was cool with and all that other stuff and things. Can't date no minor. Can't date nobody that's in that minor age range. Now, when they turn 18, and it's like, okay, you do and say whatever you got to do. But the day, and even then, still, it's like you 38 talking to somebody that just turned 18. That's weird too. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like in his case, and it's like, yeah, it's just you hitting it with that, like, just the same old saying you always hear with this. It's like, you gotta talk to people your own age. Talk to another 30, even if it's somebody that's in their 30s still. That's the range that you could talk to somebody. Yeah, I guess if it's somebody in their 20s, you can push in that boundaries and stuff. But like before 20, off limits. So like, especially you being a 38-year-old like man and stuff. 38-year-old man, woman, don't matter. It's weird, bruh. So, But anyways, yeah, I'm curious about how that case is going to go down. You know, whether he's going to be found guilty or not. But I guess like maybe with the evidence and things, I'm like, oh no, yeah, you're guilty. So, but anyways, with that being said, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Sergeant Pepper Spray for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.